Welcome back, students. I was explaining you about the economic condition. In that, three topics we covered. Just I gave you three topics, that is farming, internal trade and international trade. Farming, I explained you in that paragraph. Right? Now, internal trade, I'll explain you gold, silver and other items were imported. Imported means from the other countries it was coming to our country, that is imported. That is internal trade. Okay. Now, king used to tax 1/6 of the total production. Land was donated to Brahmins and temples. International trade was the epitome of Gupta age. Okay. Now, how did international trade take place? Now, in this paragraph, I'll explain you how did the trade internationally. Okay. Cotton, silk and spices were exported to Europe. From here, cotton, silk and the spices were exported to Europe. From India through Central Asia. While cotton, silk, spices, condiments and timber were exported to east and west of the world through international ports like Khambat, Bharuch, Sopara and Tamral Lipti. Clear? So this was the three things which I covered: farming, internal trade and international trade. So this way the economic condition developed during the Gupta age. Now we come to the religious status. Now you know religious means the people following different religion, and what all religions were followed during Gupta age. This we will be seeing in this paragraph. So the next is religious status. Hinduism and Indian culture are seen in full swing during Gupta age. The Gupta emperors gave Vaishnavism the status of state religion. So you remember Vaishnavism, Hinduism, all these were the main religions which were in the existence during that period, even today, right? As a result, Vishnu, his avatars, Vishnu, Lord Vishnu and his avatars, that means the names which were given to Vishnu, Lord Vishnu were Sri Ram and Sri Krishna were worshipped during this time. So these two gods, that is the avatars of Lord Vishnu, were worshipped during this Gupta period. Lakshmi became very famous goddess even today, right? You pray to goddess Lakshmi to get wealth. Yes, it was during this time only that Ramayana, the Mahabharata, as well as the Puranas were recompiled. That means all these Ramayana and Mahabharata, all these epics were during that time which was written, and due to that you come to know about what all happens in Hindu religion, right? Srimad Bhagavad Gita became very important text of this time. So, holy book Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Like Vaishnavism, Shaivism also developed during Gupta age. In South India, Shaiv saints were called Nainar, remember? So, this is religious status. They worshipped Lord Vishnu and the avatars were Lord Ram and Sri Krishna. Clear? Next, goddess Lakshmi also they worshipped. Okay. Now, third, the epics Mahabharata and Ramayana. Which book they followed? The holy book Bhagavad Gita. Clear? Remember this? And then Vaishnavism, Shaivism, all this came into existence. In South India, Shaiv saints were called Nainar. Shaiv saints were called Nainar, and while Vaishnava saints were called Alvar in South India. So Nainar, they were called, the Shaiv saints were called Nainar, and the Vaishnava saints were called Alvar. Remember these two things. Mahishasur Mardini, that is Durga Devi, okay, was also quite popularly worshipped here. So again, after goddess Lakshmi, Durga Devi was worshipped. The worship of Kartikeya was also practiced during Gupta age. Clear? So religious status during this period, even Buddhist, Jainism, all these were practiced during this Gupta age. Okay? Cultural conditions. Now, what is cultural conditions? I'll be just giving you the main points in cultural conditions, how it came up and what all things were included in cultural condition. So, new languages. In cultural conditions, new languages came up. Next is Kalidas, Skand Swami, Hari Swami, Rani Vijay and Arya Sun were important literatures, and Kalidas was the best. That means among all these, among Kalidas, Skand Swami, Hari Swami, Rani Vijay and Arya Sun, among all this, Kalidas was the best. And Kalidas was known as Shakespeare of India. Clear? Famous epics were Abhigyan Shakuntalam, next is Raghuvansham and Meghdootam. Remember these three names: Abhigyan Shakuntalam, Raghuvansham and Meghdootam. Temple architecture, that means two temples, Parvati temple and Jhansi temple. Okay? Idols of Durga, Buddha, Krishna and Shiva were made in large number. So you can remember all these points, and whenever you feel, you can write down also all these main points in cultural conditions. That means new languages came up, then Kalidasa, Skand Swami, Hari Swami, Rani Vijaya and Arya Sun were important literatures during that time. Kalidasa was the best. Okay, and he was also known as Shakespeare of India. Famous epics also I told you, there were three names: Abhigyan Shakuntala, then Raghuvansham and then Meghdootam. Okay, temple architecture, two temples, Jhansi temple and Parvati temple. Then idols of Durga, Buddha and Krishna of Shiv were made in large number. Okay, now during this time, science also developed. Now, what was that science? Science and maths together they were developed. Okay, so Aryabhatta and Varahamir, maths and science were developed during this condition of science. So we'll be reading out condition of science during Gupta age. Aryabhatta and Varahamir were among the greatest scientists of this period. Aryabhatta discovered zero and decimal system. Clear? So you know Aryabhatta was the main mathematician. Varahamir wrote an important text named Brihat Sahita, which was related with astronomy. Vagbhatta wrote a great text on Ayurveda named Astagridha Sahita. During this time, medicines developed for humans as well as animals. Even medicines were also discovered for elephant and horse. Chemistry also developed quite well. Its best example is Iron Pillar of Mehrauli near Delhi, which is not corroded even today also. That means it is not vanished today also. It is still in existence. Clear? So here condition of science, I explained you the whole paragraph. Now Emperor Harshvardhan. Who was Emperor Harshvardhan? I'll be just explaining you. Emperor Harshvardhan, that means all this cultural condition, the economic condition, the science development, all these during this period was you came to know. Yes, all administration, who were the emperors. Now there are two emperors, one of north and one of south. So Emperor Harshvardhan. After Gupta age, the kingdom of Harshvardhan is considered as one of the important states of ancient India. He belonged to Pushyabhati clan of Dhaneshwar. Rajvardhan and Harshvardhan were sons of Prabhakar Vardhan, while his daughter was Rajyashri, who was married to king of Kanauj Dhruv Varma. That means daughter Rajyashri was married to king Dhruv Varma. Okay, Gaur king Shashank and king of Malwa kidnapped Rajyashri. They kidnapped Rajyashri and attacked on the kingdom, which created a major crisis. Rajyavardhan died while trying to save Rajyashri. Now, there were two brothers, Rajyavardhan and Harshvardhan. And who was the daughter? Rajyashri. And she was kidnapped by King Shashank and King of Malu. And they also had major crisis during that time. Rajyavardhan died while trying to rescue Rajyashri. Clear? In such an emergency situation, Emperor Harsh ascended throne in 606 AD. He saved Rajyashri. Not only this, he started his proper rule in both the states, Kanauj and Dhaneshwar. Okay? Now, this is the important paragraph which I am going to read. You just understand it so that you come to know. Yes, who was Emperor Harshvardhan? Harshvardhan was last great emperor of ancient India. Who was the last great emperor? Harshvardhan. Emperor Harshvardhan. He spread his empire in Magadha, Odisha, Saraswat, Gaud, Mithila. In contemporary states, Maitrik king Dhruv Sen was his son-in-law. Pulkeshi too was the most powerful ruler in south. Okay? In the battle of Narmada between Harshvardhan and Pulkeshi, Harshvardhan was defeated. Harshvardhan was regarded as a powerful king in north of Narmada. Remember, he was a powerful king in north of Narmada. Cultural condition of Emperor Harshvardhan is very important. Great Chinese traveler Hian Singh came to India during this time. So you can understand how well he was. He had written great volumes, Harish Charitam and Kadambari in Sanskrit. All these you can see in the paragraph, second paragraph of page 39. Okay, so you can see how Harshvardhan came into existence. Pulkeshi too, he was the main king of South. Clear? Among the contemporary king of Emperor Harsh time, Pulkeshi too was the most powerful Chalukyan king. Okay, so he defeated Harshvardhan and he came into existence. But Harshvardhan he ruled in the north of Nagala, and Pulkeshi too he ruled in south. Here he was the ruler of all regions of Karnataka, Maharashtra, and Konkan. So other states also you can see on page 39. Which were the other states which came into existence. That means the last was Emperor Harshvardhan and Pulkeshi too. So all these you can read and understand. So this lesson's explanation is over. I will be uploading all the answers of workbook after the videos. When I said that I will be uploading the answers. Clear? So till then, have a nice day. Goodbye.